your own height. 'Cause when we were young, we used to dance out in the sun. We would fly our kites, let our spirits take flight. Head full of dreaming, searching for meaning, standing and believing that if we would try, we could touch the sky. It's a great big world outside, and you must see it with your own eyes. The heart of life is eloquent, and we are like immigrants into a land of stories that will unfold. You only got one life to live. You gotta fight, you gotta give, and keep on pressing on. It's a great big world outside, and you must see it with your own eyes.
I received an email from a member of findacrew.com. His name was Dan, and he was looking for a crew to help sail his sailboat across the Atlantic from Bermuda to Portugal. He said he needed 2 people right away and would be leaving in the next few days. So I booked a flight to Bermuda and flew out the next day. When I arrived, I was informed that the other crew member was MIA, so we waited for 1 week in Bermuda until he finally arrived. This was not such a bad thing, as the weather was perfect and I got to explore this beautiful place. The other crew member had been stranded on a sailboat while crewing in Barbados, but was rescued and able to join us. His name was Alex, and he was from Latvia. He had been traveling the world for 9 years and was now headed home to see his parents. Dan was from Sweden and had recently bought the sailboat in Florida, but didn't have much sailing experience. He was, however, an expert diesel mechanic and very experienced captain. Lucky for me, both Dan and Alex spoke great English. So as 3 complete strangers, we had to quickly get to know each other and prepare to spend 3 weeks at sea on this death-defying mission to sail 3,000 kilometers across the Atlantic Ocean. We provisioned the boat and set sail for the Azores the next day.
Jamestown. I am William Strachey, Secretary to the Virginia Settlement and survivor of the Sea Venture wreck. What an ordeal we have endured. 10 months stranded on the Bermudas, building this vessel to make our escape. Many did not wish to leave such a bounteous haven, but our leaders reminded us of our great endeavor and responsibility to our brethren in Virginia. And so we labored on this pinnace. We salvaged Sea Venture's ruined carcass for materials and felled stout Bermuda cedar for plank. To carry all to Virginia, we built a second vessel. May the 10th, 1610.
There was a man who worked in the city. Society told him he had to make money. He worked in an office on 4th and Main, a mighty fine place for going insane. One day he got on the wrong commute, took him to the country still wearing his suit. Now he works the road as a hitchhiking man, singing this song all across the land. I got to go, I got to go, I got to carry on down that road. I got to go, I got to go, I got to carry on down that road. Another man had a broken heart, spent a lot of time down in the dark. Couldn't wake him up with his mama's own shout, couldn't use a crane to pull him out. One day a pretty woman passed him by, so good looking that he opened his eyes. To all his troubles he said so long, chase her up the road just a singing this song. I got to go, I got to go, I got to carry on down that road. I got to go, I got to go, I got to carry on down that road. There was a young man who went to jail, didn't have a friend to pay his bail. Serving for a crime that he didn't mean to do, made a few mistakes like me and you. He finally got out, the world hadn't changed, still full of hate, still full of blame. He learned his lesson, it was plain to see, it's one in a million who really is free. I got to go, I got to go, I got to carry on down that road. I got to go, I got to go, I got to carry on down that road. Was a skinny kid who was good with math, always got picked on after class. They stuffed him in a locker with a sign that said, you can't solve every problem using your head. 5 years later, he's taking a trip, flying over Earth in a rocket ship. He looked out the window and he said with a smile, so long, suckers, I'm leaving in style. I got to go, I got to go, I got to carry on down that road. I got to go, I got to go, I got to carry on down that road. If you're one of those people who don't belong, I'm here to give you your very own song. Oldest song in history, saved a lot of people from the misery. You can sing it if you're high, you can sing it if you're low. Sing it in still, sing it on the go. If you're broken and you want to get fixed, remember these words and they go like this. I got to go, I got to go, I got to carry on down that road. I got to go, I got to go, I got to carry on down the road. Yeah, I got to go, I got to go, I got to carry on down that road. I got to go, I got to go, I got to carry on down that
Always mix up. God. Won't you please come over? The grass is green and the buffalo. Come see Jimmy, your Uncle Jim, and your Auntie Jimmy, and your cousin Jim. When the buffaloes used to say, roam where you roam. When the buffaloes used to say, now there's Buffalo Jim And Buffalo Jim and Jim Buffalo, now didn't you?
We are ahead of you, so you can see us. Thank you.
Yeah, copy that. I've had you on radar for over 2 hours already. It's good to have some company out here.
Yeah, it's nice. It's been a little bit lonely. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem. Are you guys all good? You don't need anything?
No, we're all good for the moment. Real good. Thank you for your offering.
Okay, copy that. Trending will stand by on 16. We'll try and give you a wave in a little bit when we come past up there.
Thank you very much. See you. Thanks for that.
No, you did. No, you did fine. Wow. Dan's afraid he's gonna hit the boat.
Doesn't insurance cover the whales? 3 times.
Yep. He's definitely bigger than the boat.
Yeah, and David is making a good reportage. Don't worry, they're not big enough to... They got shy because they got camera and they said, oh, we didn't put makeup on. Oh, look, 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 look! Okay, so you came back for music. Let's do it. Soy un niño salvaje, inocente, libre y celeste. Tengo todas las edades, mis abuelos viven en mí. Soy un niño salvaje, inocente, libre y celeste. Tengo todas las edades, mis abuelos viven en mí. Soy hermano de las nubes, soy que todo, sí que todo está vivo en mí. Mi corazón es una estrella, soy hijo de la tierra. Viajo a bordo de mi espíritu, mi camino a la eternidad. Mi corazón es una estrella, soy hijo de la tierra. Viajo a bordo de mi espíritu, mi camino a la eternidad. Madre tierra, llévame, contigo siempre estaré. Pachamama, llévame hacia el mar. Madre tierra, llévame, contigo siempre estaré. Pachamama, llévame hacia el mar.
Lost and weary traveler, searching for the way to go. Stranger, heavy-hearted, longing for someone to know. May you find a light. May you find a light. May you find a light to guide you home. There are weary travelers searching everywhere you go. Strangers who are searching long and deeply to be known. May you find a light. May you find a light. May you find a light to guide you home. May you find a light. May you find the light. May you find a light to guide you.
They say that sailing is 90% boring and 10% sheer terror. I find it to be true. The weather can really surprise you without much warning. This storm snuck up from behind us, but it wasn't too bad other than some large waves that made it inside the boat and being thrown around a little. I have to admit, I said a few prayers. Dan was always nervous, slept very little, which showed his concern for everyone's safety. He worried about the batteries, the motor, the weather, and the numerous wells we encountered. He was worried they would hit the boat. He was a little superstitious too. For instance, you couldn't say the words storm, squall, or gale. You had to use words like heavy breeze or strong wind. We also couldn't whistle on the boat. He said whistling meant he would whistle up a storm. But he kept moving in the right direction and never put us in harm's way, so I didn't mind. He did break his toe, though, in a bad way, but it didn't stop him from taking care of the sails and his work aboard. I was always worried we would run out of food or water if the wind stopped blowing. We had only enough fuel to go 400 miles and had only provisioned for 3 weeks. We cut it close but never ran out. But if we had been becalmed for a week, we would have been in trouble. We caught a nice mahi and an amberjack to supplement our food supply. I lost the blue marlin and another fish that was much larger than my reel could handle. The reel was simply attached to a stanchion with no rod, so I had to fight it with the drag along. I cooked all the dinners each evening, and Alex made breakfast and lunch, which almost always consisted of groot, that's Swedish for oatmeal. Alex played the ukulele and sang, keeping us entertained. We played Scrabble or the card game Yanid each evening after dinner. We read lots of books and listened to podcasts and music to pass the days. Alex told me all about his 9 years of travel and his life in Spain, Colombia, and Venezuela. He had learned to play the ukulele well, and he spoke Spanish better than his native Latvian, Russian, or English. He had been married to a girl from Cali, Colombia, for a few years, but it didn't work out. He became a self-proclaimed shaman, and he was very intelligent and could read a book in just a few days. While aboard, he read Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville and became so inspired, he decided to write him a letter. Alex and I talked a lot about life and our beliefs, which led to some pretty interesting and intense discussions. These were my favorite times aboard the boat.
I didn't saw which color the bird was.
Move it.
But it is flying around.
It's changing direction, huh?
First rainstorm. Pushing the wind ahead.
Yep. my turn. Like it?
Your grace unfold. Open up your hands, synchronize your plans, and find the way to go. Open up your hands, synchronize your plans, and find the way home. Run away.
900 miles from Bermuda, 900 miles from the Azores. We're in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. No wind. We've been at sea 12 days. And there's lots of whales and birds and dolphins and my two shipmates, Dan and Alex, getting ready to cook dinner. Yep, day 13. Probably have another 13 days to go. Getting a little scruffy. Not shaving until I get there. This is it.
Cover up the sky with clouds, supply the earth with rain. Cover up the sky with clouds, supply the earth with rain. Cover up the sky with clouds, supply the earth with rain. Cover up the sky with clouds, supply the earth with rain. Gospel in the wind. If you would only listen to the sweetest sounds, all these songs of freedom, whispering of love, ghosting to the air. The heartbeat of life is pounding everywhere. Oh, this fire is burning inside my chest, and I cannot let it, no, I cannot let it rest. The sacred romance of learning how to dance with the great divide between heart and mind, and this holy light keeps breaking down the night. Run until I find home. Oh, this fire is burning inside my chest, cannot let it, no, I cannot let it rest.
Abaixa um bocadinho, se faz favor.
After 22 days at sea, the appearance of land was a welcome sight. I couldn't wait to have a hot shower and a stable walk. While our journey was a long battle against the elements, we also battled each other at times. In getting to know Alex and Dan, our discussion numerous times tapped into our core beliefs. I think in the end, we bonded in a way we were unable to put into words. We had gotten to know each other in a way that few have ever done, and in the end, we obtained true respect for one another. Alex said later that everything was against him making it to Bermuda, but something told him not to give up. And I had that same feeling that there was a higher power that had scheduled this meeting. None of us would ever forget it, as it changed us all. I am thankful for the opportunity to have accomplished this dream with these two guys. A few days later, we all parted ways, and as I shook Dan's hand to say goodbye, he held on a while and gave an extra squeeze to show his gratitude. While not a man of many words, he had a way of showing his feelings. I was thankful that he had done his best to get us there safely. Alex went home for his long-awaited journey to see his parents, and Dan stayed behind to haul out the boat in the Azores before flying home to Sweden to be with his friends and family. So as usual, I'm sticking with the idea that life is short and you have to make the most of it with the time we have. I traveled 3 months since then through 16 countries in Europe, but the highlight of this journey was definitely crossing the Atlantic with my new friends.
Hey bro, how is your journey going? Sorry for not replying on your call. Well, you know I don't have sound on. I never always miss the phone calls. Yeah, and this been a bit busy days getting with my parents and Flo and spending some time with them and talking a lot and doing stuff around home and helping them out. So what's up? What's new? What you up to? Where you are? What's going on? How's your journey going? And yeah, thank you very much for your present. I really appreciate that. It was very helpful for my trip home. So in Portugal, it made my go through the Lisbon more comfortable. Thank you a lot. Hugs.